Fuck you, 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 fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. Fuck you. We can't even look at the court record to, like, verify that. Whore! I would like to direct the court's attention to this area. One right. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costumed person in this photo could not have been Mr. Engarde. Just spat all over the mic. I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is. Alright, let's have a look. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Anyway, alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Fuck! Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt Engarde, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I want to know how they did his bionic arm in the costume, because that does not look like a glove. At the very least, the shoulders don't. Or the shoulder doesn't. Excuse me. I figured it would come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven this person inside this costume is not Matt Engarde. In that case, who is this a photo of? Fuck off! Why do I need to prove that? We've proven that it's not my client. I'm here to prove my client innocent, not prove the actual killer's guilt. Edgeworth, you whore! That's your job! Who's the person wearing the... Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? Well, we established Adrian's motive last time. Adrian Andrews? Yeah, the hot lady. If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it is none other than this woman. And why would you say that it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? Hi, Dark Vice, and I send our love. Oh, hi, Sadie. It's so good to see you. Mwah. Kiss for you and Vice. How are you guys doing? Also, Blue, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but can you two please explain to Blue that Edgeworth belongs to Phoenix? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Engarde's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Engarde that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. a certain knife with Mr. Engarde's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as a murder weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, Wright? I have to do this now. I have one chance. My palms are sweaty. Me is spaghetti. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development.
I'm losing the voice.
Mr. Edgeworth.
There we go. Yes, Your Honor.
This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
All right, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. How so? Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day. Shit! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya...
Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. Raise an erection. Excuse me.
Now then.
Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today, for reasons.
I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she is not.
Is she here? I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? I got this? Do I got this? Excuse me. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. This is all according to Keikaku!
And what do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to Keikaku! According to Keikaku! Anyway. What a pretentious prick. Oh my god, just say, hey, I love Edgeworth. No, we gotta use the big words. Abhor. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. Nani? Nani?
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is Sorry. Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. I was expecting to be like, she's right here. Pulls her out.
Keikaku. Keikaku dori.
She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that guy? Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. So is this entire trial going to take place in one day? Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness at that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Keikaku dori. Can't believe that Edgeworth was every anime villain ever this whole time. He was Kira and Aizen. I think Aizen's voice actor, his Japanese voice actor, would actually suit Edgeworth. March 22nd, 12:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian... No, oh god, what was the voice? I looked up the anime and then censored it just because there were spoilers on screen, just to figure out what his voice was. I need to talk to my agent. That's the one. No way, not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that... Oh, see, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Words. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yep, she's the real killer. She was the one who murdered John Cum. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about, dude? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. You'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impacts' missing suicide note, right? I love that this game is like clowns, big titties, let's cross-examine a parrot, and then it's also like, my father was murdered and I think it might have been me. Also, my girlfriend committed suicide and her suicide note went missing. Ace Attorney. Cross-examine the fucking parrot to find out the truth of my father's murder. Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. Phoenix, that's quite wordy. You can just say they were lesbians. But then Miss Impacts suddenly killed herself. We're gonna keep showing you the screenshot without warning. It sounds like she left a suicide note. Oh, wait, that's me, not Mia. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it is Mr. Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida, all to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? It was Edgeworth, wasn't it? Better stated. Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts. It was Edgeworth! It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Fuck! Don't let your guard down yet. Do you guys like my Mia voice? She's a grown adult woman, so it's just low, husky tones. As opposed to Maya, who is just Toad. Or Pearl, who is just the highest that I can go. At any given time.
Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prostitution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Words. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Engarde. Shit, what is her voice? Oh, I guess I'll just do husky voice as well.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No. I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relationship to the victim. Yes, I was seeing... Oh, I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan, but this was a private matter between Juan and myself!
So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I am! Phoenix jumping up and down in his seat. I'm doing that! I'm accusing you of that! I think there's someone who would beg to differ. Ooh, me! She's talking about me.
I think we all understand with your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
That wasn't really an explanation. It was just, yes. And then, done. Very well then, witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. When I found the It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix? She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yep, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who's easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Wait, but you said that I have to... Surely I have to let up because I'm messing with her. So to be like, yeah, that's fine. I believe you. Ha! And what was Mr. Engarde doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini-performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Engarde did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you... Right, I thought years of school would have taught you to I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Engarde's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. Edgeworth, you pawns! And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture. Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was just to be a show of friendship, huh? Attack! Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you start to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. That was words. Can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? You were in shock? What, was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Korida. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that Oh, Edgeworth's flirting! What does her beauty have to do with her being shocked, Edgeworth? Edgeworth, you aren't straight! Calm down! Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I like to imagine Edgeworth pretending to be straight is like Captain Holt pretending to be straight from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, just She was in such shock that her heavy breasts. Anyway, I haven't watched that show in years.
I see.
This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness? Shonin! Anyway, juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? Yeah. There are no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I like her. I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. No, 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 no! Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. Aha! I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. I shat myself, you see, when I set the glass. God, I am unfiltered today. As if I am normally. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Aha! Wow, those are some loud pants!
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo?
So there was no struggle. She did that.
This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such a... I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mace.
Looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Edgeworth doesn't believe her. Wait, if it fell onto the guitar case, then it says there's water only on the lid, but it's open in the photo. Alright, we'll get to that. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse. So I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser. That's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. Doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. Ultra Instinct! The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to. For Maya's sake. In Japanese, I only know this from one of the very, very early trailers of, like, the original, the DS version of Ace Attorney. from like 2008. Phoenix refers to Maya as Mayoi-chan, and Edgeworth calls her Mayoi-kun, and it's kind of cute that he calls her kun. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's this, isn't it? Because it's on the lid. But where's the crime scene photo? It says there's water only on the lid, but she just said that the guitar case was open when she arrived at the scene of the crime. So it's gotta be this. There we go. You testify that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case would have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor, not inside the guitar case.
And what is wrong with that?
The guitar case was open when the vase fell. The glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. Ah. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Vase? 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 Vase from Far Cry, is that all? No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. She lied!
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But
this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end! The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? But she did lie. She said a false. Why are we letting people lie in court?
It seems there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details?
Yes! The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. Edgeworth, I cross-examined a parrot, and that led to you being found innocent? Shut the fuck up! I cross-examined a parrot for you! I can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along. For now.
How peculiar that Phoenix Wright would focus on this empty guitar case. It's not like he cross-examined a parrot or anything! Anyway.
Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.